Hey, I'm Brian from the Casual Try Hard podcast. We're doing another Brothers War draft here. All right, so I feel like we have to take Teferi, right? Um, overwhelming remorse is good here. So's excavation explosion. Like, I just want to control the board. I mean, repair and recharge, kind of cute to get my Teferi back if it were to die. But yeah, I just want to control the board and try to get to Teferi. So some card draw, and we're gonna prioritize a lot of removal.
You know, I've always got time to fight evil.
Maybe some big booty creatures. So here, nothing is great. I guess I could take Star. Like Airlift Chaplain. I don't think Airlift Chaplain and Teferi go in the same kind of deck. Like, I feel like Airlift Chaplain wants to be more aggressive, and I know it's a leak, but I really don't want to risk losing my Teferi, like milling my Teferi. So that I don't want to mill stuff. It is not rational, but I don't want to mill stuff. So we'll take the Star instead. If I wasn't blue already, Junkyard Genius would look pretty appealing. We could Evolving Wilds here. We could Trench Stalker, like this is a big body to help protect Teferi. Wing Commando. Probably Wing Commando, good 3-drop. In color. Self-Assembler is good. Just because we can get other assembly workers. It draws us a card. Okay, I've talked myself into it. Probably not a Take Flight deck. Probably not a Corrupt deck. So we're Boulder Branch Golem or Coastal Bulwark. We're just taking this as a 7-mana play. I guess we can Latinum Adept. It wants to do the same thing Teferi does, which is draw cards. These go pretty late, so let's take Third Pass Servant. Again, we're kind of leaning in on the draw cards thing. We can Scatter Ray, stay blue. So this is so far so good. Right, wants us to draw cards, draws cards. Or draws cards, wants us to draw cards, wants us to draw cards. We could Warlord's Elite. We could Stern Lesson. Probably just Stern Lesson. I mean, maybe we'll be blue-black. Maybe we'll get some Evangel of Synthesis. I guess next pack is our last chance at one of those in pack 1. I mean, we have a pretty decent, blue deck going right now. And, so, I mean, maybe at this point we have to take Airlift Chaplain. Might just be too good not to. Especially if we get another one. Then we just mill our Teferi every single time. This is what, draw 2, discard a card. Okay. Make a Power Stone with Emo Mishra off to the side there, arms crossed. You're not my real dad. Alright, so we'll take Repair and Recharge. This is another Teferi if my first one dies. And can just get back, whatever. Probably Probably desynchronize. We're not really committed to another color. Here's that wing commando we thought about taking but didn't. I don't think we're a take flight deck. We could be a survivors deck. Sure, we'll take this. Again, I don't think we're a veterans power blade deck. We'll take this. And then what does this thing do? Okay, whatever. Not a whole lot. Oh my. Oh my. Okay, we're taking Wurmcoil. I would love the Might and Weak Stone to come back, but it's not going to. Yeah, I'm taking Wurmcoil. Okay. Repair and Recharge is also a second Wurmcoil engine. Okay. So yeah, we now just need removal to be able to, like, play these things. Whew. We got a Wurmcoil. I'm a little flustered. Since we're flustered, if you want to listen to me and my podcast partner James talk all things Magic, just search CasualTryHardMTG. If you want to help support the podcast, we have our TCG Player Affiliate link and our Patreon link in the description below. So yeah, so those are all the things you can do to help out. All right. I'm not playing that. It would be funny though. Don't need this. 3 mana. It's a 3 mana rock, basically. Think we just Weak Stone Subjugation? As odd as that is, like, we just need to get to our big stuff. And there aren't, like, there's not a bunch of, like, cheap, reasonable things here. I don't think we want to recommission. I think Spotterthopter as a reasonable 3-drop is good. I do need to find, like, a couple Tower Workers would be good. Just to have, some things for Self-Assembler to get. So we could go a little red for Raise to the Ground. Air Marshal is just a 2-drop. Dune, here are the dunes. I'm going to take Mine Worker because it works with Self-Assembler. I'm going to take Tower Worker because it works with Self-Assembler. There we go. So now I've got 2 assembly workers for my Self-Assembler, so that's good. Now I just need more creatures here, because I'm not super thrilled with Airlift Captain in this deck, nor a Survivor. I'd rather have the 1/3, the Coastal Bulwark, those kind of things. Let's see here. Clear Cutter, no. It might be this 5-drop, as awkward as that is. I think Air Marshal is good here. Man, we could have 2 of these if we were about that life. This will just take a bobble. Yeah. So I definitely need some more 2-drop creatures. And a little bit more interaction. But whew, Wurmcoil. Doing it. So, like, yeah, we just need to hit land drops in this deck. Like, desperately. Because I feel like if we hit land drops, we probably have enough power to, like, stay alive here. Oh, our Might and Weak Stone didn't come back, unsurprisingly. That would have been too good. But this is all right. We have a little bit of card draw, so a little bit of synergy with the self-assembler. Nothing great here. Guess I'll take the Astral Cornucopia and put it in the board. Because, like, I don't see us needing a 3-mana rock. Not really a thing. Another 2/3. Yeah, we do need a couple. Like, we're not even that white. I guess we could, like, you know, in all reality, we could do this. I think another Air Marshal. Right? Just get us some power and toughness in the early game. Take the uncommon. And we have a couple things to rebuy with repair and recharge. Scrapsmith. If we didn't have Teferi as well, maybe I would. Mega 2/2, gain double strike for planes. Well, this keeps us alive, gets us stuff. Like, being black would have been nice. Prison. I'm gonna take Kyla's command. Prison sentence is the other consideration. Like, Weak Zone Subjugation is a pretty decent prison sentence analog, and those are way easier to come by. So this can help us dig. This can help us hit land drops. I will take Soul Partition. I don't think it's great, but, like, if we're trying, like, so I don't think this is a control card. I think this is more of a, like, tempo card. But I think that if we can get to a point where we're casting, like, even self-assembler, go get, like, a reasonable creature is a fine, like, play pattern. If we can do that, I think we're all right. So just this buying us some time is pretty okay. Right, I'd much rather this be, like, is it Fateful Absence? Yeah, like a 2/1 that dies into a 1/1 flyer. Like, that's perfect. And that's exactly what we want. Again, this is a tempo card. So let's just take our Weak Stone Subjugation here. We're gonna have to cut some things. Like, probably Airlift Chaplain can go. Like, Spotter Thopter can be a 3-drop. Like, we might not need Survivor. And, like, Bobble can't hurt. So we have a bunch of flyers to try to keep the board under control. Maybe Warlord's Elite. If I would have taken the other Hero of the Dunes, I'd maybe be willing to splash black for it. But we'll just take Warlord's Elite here. Because, like, there were the Evangels of Synthesis, so we could have been, like, Esper. Yeah. Let's see here. Over the top. Not the deck for... How many creatures do we have? We have 15. I'm just going to take the rare. Like, Phalanx Vanguard is a card that we could take there, but Stern Lesson is an instant. Okay. I think we're fine. So, another Airlift Chaplain, or Dirty Rare Draft. The other thing is Power Plant Worker. I'm gonna Dirty Rare Draft or the Tome. But I don't think the format's really slow enough to just like chill out and Tome. I could Cavalry again. I don't have a ton of soldiers, but I have some. Okay, I don't think I want another one. Take Evangel. We didn't take the Hero of the Dunes. I think we can cut Warlord's Elite. Take Machine over Matter here. Curate. I don't think I want 2 curates, but I could. So I'm at a 2/5 blocks for days. 15 creatures. 28 cards right now. We're gonna have to make some cuts. So probably don't need 2 of those. Probably don't need 2 of these. Probably don't need 2 of these. Whoop. Okay. I guess we could have ended up Esper. We could have had like 2 Evangels and 2 Hero of the Dunes, but alright, so this is 42. So I've got 2 taps, a bounce, kind of a removal spell, and then a desynchronize. Right, I could not play Self-Assembler, but then I'm like I'm at like 12 creatures right now. Right, so the things that probably have to go, like Bobble and Star are the easy things to go, right? Though like Bobble and Star just like let you hit land drops. You could cut, what is my breakdown here? Very little white. I could cut a Plains. I mean, I do want to get to like 6 for Wurmcoil. Like I could cut a Plains, hope that these 2 get me lands, and then cut like a Curate, and that be the deck. Like I do have a lot of things that care about drawing my second card, so like Curate could be good. Like we could lean into the second card thing, right? And do this, cut Cavalry and some Self-Assembler nonsense, right? Go up a Plains. I still have to cut 2, right? Wing Commando could go. How many creatures do I have? 10 creatures. Man, we're really doing it here. Right, so like it seems like Bobble and Star are the 2 logical cuts. Even though like I'm just trying to get through my deck to things. If I do that, like Curate does the get to things pretty quickly. So this is 11 creatures. So we could do this and see how that goes. All right, like we keep this. Now we need to hit lands, so we're glad we went back up on lands. We have early blockers, so we just want to like rip as many lands as possible. I'm gonna Marshal. Like I could have Scatter Raid their 3, but maybe I'll save it for their 4. Like that's fine. I will wait. So now, like, I can have Scatter Ray up for something that really matters. Right? Like, if I can get their 4, if I can get their 5 or their 6, or their 5 drop, or their 6, like, that's pretty good. Ugh. Alright. Okay. Are you not a, you are a soldier? I'll just block there. So that sucks. Yep. Uh-huh. Let's... Alright, so we're going to... No attack. We'll let them put the counter on the Siege Veteran, bounce it, and then Scatter Raid if they try to replay it. Okay. So before they put a counter on anything, let's pick that up. Sure. Oh wait, no. Okay, we went to those lands. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. I was like, oh no, I was supposed to counter the Siege Veteran. Crap. But I can desynchronize it next turn. Yep. This is not a soldier, it is a soldier. Oh, it is a soldier boy, okay. Block. So I can desynchronize Siege Veteran if I want. Okay. Cool. Yep. Boo. Way to not use my mana there. Yep. Thank you. I thought it was pretty nice too. I was like, very nice. So this is like use your whole turn for in the trenches. Sure. So this is not using your whole turn for in the trenches. Excellent. Yep. Do I just attack here? No attacks. Because what I want to do is that'll resolve. So I guess they eat the Death Touch one. And then that turns off the activation. Yep. And then before we go to combat... Okay, well... So much for before we went to combat. See, now I'll just let it resolve so I can get in... we're gonna pick up... you, I guess. And now I can repair and recharge my Wurmcoil. No blocks. Yep. And then, because they've already used this ability, my Wurmcoil back. Gimme. And I could soul partition the Siege Veteran, or just block it with Wurmcoil. And have like 9 power across 3 bodies. You've already used this once. Get rid of that. Yep. Soul partition you. Right. So they can spend their whole turn playing a Siege Veteran. Or not their whole turn, a good chunk of their turn. Yep. We're kind of back to right where we were. Okay. I guess I could have attacked with both, but I guess it would have made sense that they would have just blocked with one, or blocked the 6/6. But this just means they have to have more blockers over more turns. Us drawing infinite lands is not cool. Yep. Oh. They're 2/2s. That's annoying. Yep. So they had to have a card that makes a bunch of bodies. So I have rebought my, oh my god. All right, do you have more blockers? Do you have another like thing? Sure. Okay, I feel like I should have enough ways to get through my deck. Right, we've drawn a good bit of stuff here, but I feel like I should have a way to get, you know, some cards here. Sure. I mean, that's a pretty quick clock. It's a 6/2. Oh my god. So we've drawn 12 lands. There were 6 lands left in our deck, so a third of our deck is lands. And I think we have the 2 curates still, right? And we have the guy that, like, we pay 7 to draw 2. So that would be good as well. Yeah. I mean, it's something. So we have 2 curates. We have a decline. 2 curates, a Teferi, and the guy that draws 2 cards if I pump 7 mana into it. Like, I do not understand how I've drawn so many lands right now. Sure. Dear God. Have we only, like, We drew some stuff. I guess we kept 2 lands on top at one point. We bottomed a land too. So here's 13 lands with 1 on the bottom of this 4. So there are 4 lands in my next 16 cards. Like, I can't just keep drawing lands, can I? I gotta shut up, right? Like, this is absurd. Like, I have any number of draws that aren't garbage. Okay, well, this is at least a body that is multiple blocks that can hopefully get me to something reasonable. I mean, it takes 2 removal spells. Yep. Takes 2. Like, I am running out of patience for this ridiculousness. Yep. I do not understand what is happening right now. This is so upsetting. Sure. Yeah, like, I would... Yep. Neat. So just real quick, I think see here. We played the Soul Partition to get in damage, right? And then they killed the Wurmcoil and worked through the tokens. We cast 2 spells once they were at 2 life. 2. So I think we drew like 8 lands or something. I don't know. Let's see here. There's 13, 14, 15, 16 lands on the bottom. There's 1 land left in my deck. And yeah, I don't get it. All right, we've got 2 mythics in our hand. I'm keeping this. We need to draw, ideally, a plains would be ideal, so then we could, like, Kyla's command and maybe hit a land drop. Sure. Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, but we need to hit some lands. Now, I hit all my lands last game. So maybe I'll just miss my 3rd land drop. Not beyond the realm possibility. Okay, we're not missing our 3rd land drop. This is good. So do I probably, like, get a plains and make it 2/2? Would be my guess. As my opponent is learning that playing a Mishra's Bauble means you have to decide if you're going to use the Mishra's Bauble every turn. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. It's good that we're learning together, opponent. I also love how, like, it's an old bordered Mishra's Bauble, but the trigger is in the new border. So, a 2nd blue source. Okay. Like, if I play a 2/3, like, you just can't ever attack? And you... Okay. I would not have used my emergency weld. I guess it is, like... Oh, gosh. Spirited Companion is a 2-mana 1/1 that draws a card. Emergency Weld could be so much more. I guess I don't know what their deck is, but just feels like it could be more. Yeah, that last game still just an unbelievable I know about? Oh, they knew about it. Okay. It's like, why do I have the eyeball? So we can Savant Adept. If we draw an island, we get to Teferi. So this seems reasonable. Okay. I'm assuming their second color is green. I'm just guessing here. Sick. Sick. Wow. See, this card is literally, like, unplayable, but they got us. Alright, so are we, like, desperate for this to do a thing? Yep. So I guess a 2/2 that scries 2 and gains me 2 life is fine. Like, ideally, we would just, like, Teferi down tick, maybe? Like, fill the board up with stuff. God, I hate that card so much. Sure. DJ Khaled them. So the Kayla's command not... Sure. It's 2/2. Okay, they have 1 card. Can I beat an opponent that has a singular card? We're gonna find out. Sure. Uh-huh. You could have, I'm just putting this out here, used that emergency weld for literally anything else. Like to buy back a Skyfisher Spider, but you've used 2 emergency welds to get back Mishra's Bubble. Stupid dreams of steel and oil, God. So ridiculous. No blocks, I'm good. Because if I draw, say if I draw a land, if I drew an island, I'm gonna make a 2/2 and look for an island here. Well, because I can do this. Play planes, and I will say go. Should I have probably just scryed hard for an island? Yeah, probably, but I will live. What is this? Oh, if you control through, okay. Yep. I like Teething Wormlet. Like, it has been good for me. Sure. I literally cannot get rid of this Teething Wormlet. It's Death Touch. Just can't do it. Say, I'll block. That'd be really weird, but I mean, I would take it. So basically, I'm getting to look at another card that is not, Yep. I mean, I'll block. Like, that's fine. Like, I can't Skyfisher the, see if we hit a land here. Hey, finally, discard a card. So the weak skill and subjugation is not very good with a with what's it called? With a haywire might out. So might as well just get rid of it. Okay. Sure. Ah, God. So I think I'm gonna soul partition this. Oh, well. I wish I would have realized that we weren't at the end of turn. I thought we were at the end of the turn. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. So that was bad, because I would have bounced a soldier and eaten this, but now I've got to do this. I would have bounced this guy. The fairy. And so if I make a 2/2, I kind of clear their board out, but I do lose the Teferi. But
eyes everywhere.
Because there's no way I can block to keep the Teferi. Yeah, gosh, I wish I would have realized that we were not at the end of combat. Yep. We're not at the end of turn, I mean. So we're gonna block here and there. And just hope they don't have, like, a pump spell or something? Of course they have a pump spell. Jesus!
Running out of time.
Uh-huh. I sadly cannot, pump. I can't draw cards here. Sure. Okay. I feel like my opponent played this game terribly, but is getting rewarded. Yep. Get back to fairy. Make it 2/2.
I will defend the past. Who's that handsome devil?
Okay. Okay. I just have to get to fairy through this turn cycle. Block and block. Let me guess. Pump spell. Oh my god, why do I even talk? Oh.
I'm sure I'll laugh about this.
Gosh, I should have, like, blocked the artifact, because that's a reasonable spell for you to have 2 of in your deck. Again. Yep, awesome. Alright, like, this is fine. I don't know if I can emotionally handle more games like the last one. That's literally the first time I've seen Taunus's Tinkering played. Ever. I mean, if they want to disfigure this, that's fine. They're thinking about it. So they have a disfigure. That's, I think, what all that pausing meant. Okay. I'm going to... I'll try to get their 4. Right, it makes more sense, I think, to get my 3 drop down. Let Scatter Ray get something more valuable. Okay. Do we still have a disfigure that we have to worry about? Or... I feel like they have the Ashnod's whatever. The Ashnod's like return it to your hand thing. Because that makes sense for like why they didn't disfigure this, and why they would play. I guess it pumps the thing too, so this is just a bad attack. Yeah. Yeah, just a bad attack. Should not have attacked there. Like, I even knew what they had. That was bad. I forgot it pumped the creature. And then we missed our land drop. Or we missed our land drop, so that's also good. I'm just gonna Scatter Ray this. I can maybe... There's the disfigure. Okay, they had both. Okay, can I get a land? Of course not. They've got nothing going on, so let's do this. There's 2 lands. I'll get rid of Adept, I guess. And then I can Thopter Mechanic. I could really, like, depending on what I draw, like, Adept, Thopter Mechanic. Sure. Wow. Because now I can Weakstone Subjugation, Thopter Mechanic, and Curate all next turn. This is another card I've literally never seen played before. We're just in this wonderful, like, realm of weirdness. Are you serious right now? Like, this can't be real, can it? Like, it just can't be real. Why? Okay, fine, there's that. I will decline to pay mana. Did we do anything better than... I'll take Kayla's command, that's fine. Okay. I don't know why on earth you would do that. Sure. I think I want a 2/2, and well, first let's get in for 4, because I'm not drawing a card this turn. Okay. So let's make it 2/2, scry 2, and gain 2 life. Lots of 2s. We don't want those, because we have a million of them already. Alright. So, we got 2 lands on the bottom. And a land in the yard. Okay. Uh-huh. Yep. Amazing. Alright, can we please not just flood out this game? Like, miss my land drops early, and now I'm just drawing. Sure. So then they put a counter on Trench Stalker. Alright. Like, I'm not worried about... I feel like we win long games, or we should. Okay. That can't attack this turn. Alright, so let's curate again. Okay, that's reasonable. Okay, no attacks. So what I can do is if they try to, like, draw a second card, I can maybe bounce their Trench Stalker. I could just bounce it. I could take... Yeah, we'll do that. Like, that seems fine, right? Sure. Neat. We're gonna do this way. So we'd like to have that. So let us attack. All right. I clearly have no idea what's going on because nothing I've done up until this point has worked out, but I'm feeling decent about this
You know, I've always
this
got
game.
time to fight, Eve. Nobody knows the past better than me.
So I can... Let's see what they play, but I can bounce Trench Stalker. Okay. Oh. Okay, well... I'm still going to... bounce Trench Stalker. Okay, well, that was... I was gonna say a lucky draw, but it's in the deck for a reason. So I'm gonna dig. There's an argument that I should have drawn first, but just draw a card, get some triggers,
Another mysteries.
and I think that's game. Blouses. We gotta win finally, God. I'm gonna keep this and really hope we draw a blue source in the first few turns. Or hope that they're, like, dirtling a little bit as they immediately... Okay. Alright, so we're gonna curate this turn, I think. I think that makes the most sense here. Because we can, like, bounce something if need be. Or... Okay. I mean, that's fine with me. Do I want a Spotterthopter? I think I'm gonna ditch a land. Am I? I can find another land at some point. He says, and then immediately finds the land. Okay, so, like, the 2/3s, whatever. If they sack to make a token, I just, machine over matter it. And then the Spotterthopter lets me scry to some sort of interaction or something. Yep. Right. I don't know, Teferi would work. You wanna give me a Teferi on top here? I have enough lands. The Adept is fine. Right? Like, I know I can't beat, like, I guess the Adept, like, can block a Recluse or block this Rootwire Amalgam. Okay, that's not cool. Yep. No blocks. I would like to have a blue left up. Thank you very much. Okay. No attacks. So this makes the Wurmcoil better because they don't have a Death Toucher, right? They have to have like actual removal spells to deal with the Wurmcoil starting next turn. I mean, they can jump it, but it is a big. Okay. They're running out of removal, so this is good. Okay, desynchronize is reasonable. Okay. Honk. So much honking. All right. Perfect. Let's bounce that. Yay! We did it. Well, I feel their pain. They still had like infinite blocks here with this Mask of the Jadecrafter. Because, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They draw a land, they get another 6/6. They don't know I can just desynchronize it, but they get another 6/6 that they can block Wurmcoil with. So, like, they had more play into that game. Alright, like, this is fine. This doesn't do a whole lot. We are on the play, again, hoping for some durdles. But we can... Oh, there we go, there's something. But we can, like, curate our way, hopefully, to some action. And then... Stern Lesson. So we're gonna see a lot of cards very quickly here. Okay. I feel like I kind of want... Maybe I don't want Machine over Matter and I just want the Teferi? Okay. So then I can Stern Lesson? Or do I want to wait? I'm just gonna wait. I guess if they have like a Scatter Ray or something, like this is sad, but... Or like a Disfigure so it doesn't scry, but who cares? Alright, so we have a blocker. Guess I'll take the command. I don't need the planes. Alright. Hopefully they tap out here. Perfect. We'll make
Doesn't
a
mean we have to be
2/2.
overly serious. Like, no, I've got eyes everywhere.
All right. So leave back blockers, and then we just like. I'm gonna block with the flyer, maybe. I guess if they have like double removal spell, this is annoying. Yep, disfigure. You have another removal spell. All right, another disfigure. Okay. Let's draw a card.
Now that is an interesting fact.
And I'm gonna try to do the same thing I did last time. I'm gonna try to get 2 blockers. So make them have to kill 2 blockers again. Okay. So like I am again fine with trading my. Oh god, I forgot the Power Stone Fracture was a thing. God dang
I
it.
don't know everything about
No blocks. That sucks. All right. I guess Teferi got me a creature that ate a removal spell, a card, and some life. No blocks. All right, I'm winning this race. Play something big. Play like a Trench Stalker. Okay, well that doesn't do it. Like that's no good. I didn't want that to happen. Ooh. I wanted my scatter ray to be good. Well. Alright, so this eats the disfigure, hopefully. We'll get rid of the Air Marshal, I guess. So I'm not attacking on the ground because of the Misery Shadow here. Guess I'll keep both. I haven't played a land, have I? I don't think so. Yep, this is fine. All right. So, Wing Commando can get in. Get in for 2. All right. I had forgot that. I knew they'd put more destroy target planeswalker on cards, but that doesn't matter. Do your thing. Definitively no blocks. Sure. What are we doing now? Like, I feel like I can run them out of cards. I didn't put repair So they put 2 lands on the bottom. And there's 1 in my graveyard? No, none in my graveyard. Okay. So, like, we've seen 9 lands. I'll just get in here. For 2. Alright. And I'm gonna hold off. Resolve. I will put you on the bottom. Like, I have 1, so it's fine. No blocks. We'll see what they do with the Misery Shadow here. I'm gonna take the damage, and I'm gonna have to synchronize it on their end step, so that if they have a follow-up, I can scatter ray it. Like, I don't want to get, like, caught. Perfect. You got 1 card. Do I just slam the Wurmcoil, or do I wait? So since it's a death trigger, the Misery Shadow makes it so it doesn't trigger. No blocks again. All right. They put it on top. Sage. And I will soul partition. Okay. So this leaves me that. Let's get in for 2 in the air. Okay, so now if they try to, like, Misery Shadow, then kill my Wurmcoil, I can Soul Partition the Misery Shadow in response. And then get my tokens. Alright, Alright, we're thinking hard here. This might be the Misery Shadow kind of being stuck. We'll get in for 2, as we do. We'll play Latinum Adept. And a land. And there we go. I'll put it on top. Alright, so hopefully I don't just die here. Alright, so I'm gonna block here, here, And how do I want to do this? Right, I can just block like here and here. Again, I'm leaving myself vulnerable to like some sort of blowout. Also making them use a bunch of their mana. So this will get me a 1/1. It'll leave them... They'll get their Scrapwork Rager. Okay, I get a 1/1. They get to replay their Misery Shadow. I think I just attack in the air. Probably attack for 2. If I attack for... Like, I don't want to leave myself dead to double removal spell. Right, because if this is a removal spell, then they draw a removal spell. They can get through these. Well, I guess it had to be triple removal spell. Well, no, it would have been double if I had attacked with both. So I can just chump the Misery Shadow with the 1/1. Like one Wurmcoil hit, and we're feeling pretty good about ourselves. Yep. So wow. I guess they traded one card for another. Okay. Liar, annoying. They can't really tap below like 4 mana available because of Wurmcoil. Shows what I know. Yep. Shows what I know. So I've got 9 here. So I'm gonna attack for 6. I guess I can throw like everything in front of it. Sure. I am most worried about Misery Shadow. Right, yeah, Misery Shadow. I get 2 things this way. I guess if this dies, they can get something back. Yep. Oh, it has Death Touch, duh. Duh. I will not... This only has a sorcery? Okay. Just in case they have some sort of, like... Dreams of Oil and Steel or whatever. Wow. Alright, I mean... And another one of those. Great. Okay. I drew a bunch of cards there. And they all happen to be lands. So what are we at? We're at... This is 11. 11 lands. Have I already played my Teferi? I did. I could get my Teferi back. That would be good. So, like, one of these is Return Teferi. One of these 9. I guess I have to attack with Latinum Adept because... And then they have to block with Gurgling Anointer. So I can't attack with everything because they can block here. But if I draw a spell, I can attack with everything and pump Wing Commando. I think you just play the 1-drop in your hand. I could be wrong. Or they block with... But they can't really block Latinum Adept with Gurgling Anointer, because if you do, then, like, the flyers eventually just kill you. Alright, well... Yeah, that's what I thought. Play a land. Alright, I've got like 9 get back to Teferi. I've got like a 1 in 8 chance to get back my Teferi. And it's a land. Attack. Okay, their internet must have wigged out or something because, like, you just snap block with the Clay Revenant. But they are kind of in an odd spot, right? If they block with the Clay Revenant, then they are, right, then they have to get it back, and then they're kind of priced into blocking with the, Gurgling Anointer next turn. I guess they could draw something. So they've got 10 lands to my 13. Well, like 10, 11, 12, 13. So they've seen 13 lands, and we have seen 13 as well. They've got to discard some of theirs. I already did my Stern lesson, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Wow. I guess this draws them a creature, right? This is... Right, so then I'm in this weird situation where I have to, like, block Misery Shadow constantly. Okay. Okay. We did it. Yay, we got there. God. There were so many lands we drew in a row there. Alright, this is fine. A little bit of early interaction. Hey, there's our other land. We have a 3-drop. That seems reasonable. Sure. Alright, there's our mythic. I guess I can just, like, if they were to make a token. Sure. We can take a whack here. Need a land. Because we can Weak Stone Subjugation this guy now. Sure. And trade with that if need be. We can still Weak Stone Subjugation this guy. Let's see if we can hit a land. I'm going to keep them both. I'm going to complain about drawing too many lands here in a little bit, but for right now, I definitely need 2 lands. Yep. Like, I can trade. I'll trade for their 3/2. Right? Again, just like hit land drops. Try to get to my Wurmcoil. If they play something big, I can desynchronize it. Or I can soul partition it. I'm not worried about that, really. Yep. You know what? Yep. If you have a trick, so be it. Yeah. I'm going to play this guy. I'm gonna put a stop on their first main phase. And I guess I'm trying to go through my head what... Like, do I just... I'm gonna soul partition the Sky Strike Officer on their turn. Not let them get a 1/1, and hopefully... Yeah, excuse me. Hopefully they don't have some sort of thing to, pump him. Or protect him. Yeah, like... Sure. Like, I will... desynchronize this nerd if I have to. Or I'll just do this. Is this good? No. Is my Wurmcoil good enough? Okay. Okay, we're getting another Sky Strike Officer, or another Airlift Chaplain. Okay. So, for 6. Alright, are they just gonna try to go like super wide? And they could. Please don't exile my guy. Yep. I've done a couple drafts today. I guess this is my second one. And now I'm like, what cards are in my deck? I'm like, wow. Wow, just like blue-white soldier precon. Okay. Back with these guys. They shouldn't have enough soldiers, right? I'll tap 3 soldiers, okay. Okay. I mean, they're trying to deal me damage, and I'm gaining 6 a turn. So, I think I can keep this up. Yeah, I really wish Soul Partition was just like an actual removal spell. Or it was like more than 2. Just like 2's just not enough. Yep. Do I just jump and block? I want to jump and block the 2/2. I know they get a soldier. wait, no, that wasn't a soldier. Okay. Attacking for 6 again. They counter me off of this mana. I'm gonna be very upset. Play a land just in case. All right. We have lots of things here. Sure. It's fine. I'll probably desynchronize something on our turn and try to push for lethal. But we will see how that works out. So they have 3 blockers. Hey. I drafted something very similar. Man, they're just gonna have so many blockers. Gosh. Yep. Seems like a thing. We're gonna synchronize you. Go away. We don't want those, for the love of God. They have 4 blockers. Like, there's no point in me, like, giving them just an easy free block here. Because then what I can do is I can... Sure. Sure. I guess I could have, if I would have jumped the guy, I guess it would have made it so they had to, block with Siege Veteran if they didn't want to take 3, but taking 3 didn't seem like such a big deal. So now do I just tap that guy? So the problem with that tap, right? Like, now they get to make a big Jade Crafter token. So 1, 2, 3, they get to make a 6/6, which does just trade with my Wurmcoil. They also get like infinite little blockers here. We're at 34. They've got 11 cards in their deck. Like, they've got a lot of work to do to not be dead here. Yep. Like, a lot of work to not be dead to just, like, running out of cards. Right, I still have the Death Touch one, so I'm just going to attack with Death Touch guy and... Right, they have to block the 6/6 with something. Amazing. Alright, so I'm just gonna attack. Do I just attack with everything? Right, this means that, like, they're dead to, like, tokens as well. Right, because if the Wurmcoil breaks, then they're dead to tokens. Yep. Now they get 2 blockers over here. I guess I could have jumped that so that they definitely... There we go. Okay. I'm gonna keep this because I do have a Stern Lesson in my deck. Like, we're also at 40, and they have 10 cards in their deck. And, like, we're gonna be gaining life. So we're gonna be at least probably 43. Like, I don't know if they're gonna be able to deal enough damage. Like, if we decide things are going badly and we just turtle up, I don't know if they can deal enough damage there to beat us. Like, in the time that they have left. Because, like, okay, if they, like, bring this back, I'll take 3, go to 37. But they have to end up with 3 blockers, or they die. Or, like, a removal spell or something. And I guess I have a Mind Over Machine here. Yep. Okay, so they do end up with 3 blockers. So they're dead to removal spell. I mean, I guess it could also have, like... Oh. Well, that's awkward. So... one of them gets to... Yep. Yeah, that sucks. Okay, they're down to... They still need to have 2 blockers. They have a bunch of mana. So I don't think Scatterway is going to do anything unless they play something big. Had to be huge. That doesn't do anything. Speaking of huge. Yep. Okay, bounce spell. Oh, Curate gives me looks at it. I'm gonna take both. I probably should have bottomed. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Like, I probably should have bottomed the Third Path Savant in hopes of finding a way to bounce this Savior. Alright. Okay.
Faced with tragedy, even observers need to take action. Who's that handsome devil?
Okay, they're back to not being able to attack because I made too many bodies. Because, like, the Sprite can just, like, could just kill Teferi. Okay.
Nobody knows the past better than me.
I did not play a land this turn, so I should do this now. That's a lot of triggers. I'm gonna wait a turn because I think I'm in a better spot next turn to do this. Because if they had a removal spell, if that last card was a removal spell, I was dead. Or I was in a bad way. Let's... I'm making another thing. Like, who am I kidding?
Who's that handsome devil?
And if I can find a bounce spell... then I can get rid of this. There we go. Woo! Woohoo! We did it! This seems fine. Again, a little bit of early action. Like, or a little bit of something early to get us to action. Okay, well. Not that I'm planning on blocking the combat courier. Man, they snapped it off in a hurry. I do not care about 1 point of damage. Thank you very much. Yep. I figured that's why they were attacking, and it might have been like a free like a free block, but sure. Like, I can just block with my 3/3. I guess I could have a removal spell. I kind of want to, like, Thopter Spotter next turn. But no blocks. Thought process is, I don't think they attack unless they have... For how long they thought, right? Sure. I feel like they needed... Oh, well then. We're not Spotter Thoptering. Oh, my poor sweet summer child. I want the white. I'll take both. We're kind of the beatdown right now. There we go. Okay. No, I'm not gonna do that now. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here. I think I just Spotter Thopter. Sure. Like, these both seem good. So, we've just got a bunch of removal spells now. They hit land. Oh, Scrapwork Mud. Okay. I mean, we have... Weakstone Subjugation here. Got some flying stuff going on here. I can pump this. And fly over for 4 and have up removal spell here. So let's do that. We know what we're drawing next, so I really don't need to scry with Kayla's command. And if they play something too big, I can always just soul partition it. Sure. That's fine. I'm assuming they discard a land. Wow. I'm so very good. And I kind of have like a free, in air quotes, block. Get got, nerd! Could have sacked it to your strongbow. No blocks. They got. Yep. I will subjugate you. Fine. Get in for 2 in the air. All right. Play something that Scatter Ray eats, please. That would be really good. Ugh. Wouldn't have played the land first off of the research desk, but that's all right. Curate and Bitter Reunion. Hold on. Doesn't change the clock to not. Thanks for playing. Now I don't have anything to hold up anymore, so let's. I can't kill him next turn, right? If I were to double strike. Let's just go get a land. Why, you might ask? Because if my third pass Savant lives, I get to draw 2 cards. Does everyone just have that? Okay. Okay. Pretty neat. Uh-huh. All right, so I do have a bit of a clock on me because of the Sky Strike Officer. I guess I have a desynchronize. I could bounce it. They don't have a flyer, so that's good. Sure. Wow. Pretty amazing there. Okay. Okay. No attacks. Did they just block with the Scrapwork Mutt, and that gives them a way to like get rid of a land in their hand? How have they seen so many more cards than me? This is absurd. Okay. Okay, calm down. Calm down with this. Yep, okay. We are running low on time here. Okay. Okay. That is fine. Land. This. Oh, why did you tap? God, why did I let it tap two islands? This. All right. Yeah, draw a card. So I guess I save my stern lesson for next turn. What is this? Okay, that's annoying. That is super annoying. Yep. Let's bounce that. I know they get to replay it, but bouncing it at least saves me some life. Sure. Sure. So, amazing, amazing. Let's draw. Wow. Just uneffing believable. Wow. Jesus. How does this keep happening? How do I keep having these like draws where like I just have the middle of my deck is just like 7 lands in a row? Like, it makes no sense. I guess I could have been third path savanting, but I also needed to like where do I block, double block here? I could do this. Then block here, here, and here. Does that kill me? It does. I forgot all about that. Wow. Yep. I mean, maybe I should have been third pass savanting to try to get like more cards, but I felt like I was developing my board. But yeah, that was absurd. So I think the deck was fine. I mean, your deck can't be that bad with Wurmcoil and Teferi, but it needed a little something. Maybe more ways to get through my deck. I don't know, I just felt like we flooded out really hard in a number of spots. And it was just like, oh, there's nothing I can do. I think that game, if we hit like a Wurmcoil early on, we're fine. But we just never did, or like a Desynchronize to like deal with something. And if stupid Soul Partition was a better card. Like I even hate this card in Constructed. Like when my opponents play it, I just kind of shrug and I'm like, all right, like I hope like you just they kind of 2-for-1 themselves. They eat your mana, but like a control deck doesn't care about that. They just are like, oh, I guess I have to counter this on the way back down, and it's like, it's dumb. So anyway, I was Brian from the Casual Tryhard Podcast. You want to listen to me and my podcast partner James talk all things Magic? Just search CasualTryHardMTG anywhere you listen. If you want to help support the podcast, we have our Patreon link and our TCG Player affiliate link down below. And we have all of our ways to reach out to us on social media down there as well. Discord, Twitter, Facebook, all that jazz. So with that, we'll catch you on the internets.